What's up YouTube, Webberz05 here coming out today with Q&A number 12. So today, once again, DarkRetrition84 is the only person who's posted questions, so let's quickly scroll. And what appears once again, DarkRetrition84 has asked me some deck opinion questions, so as before my friend, if I don't remember anything about the deck, I may have to just very quickly skip over the question. But on that note, before I get into the questions, you made a few comments beforehand. So I played you with my Divine Neos deck at least once, and that was in a raid boss game where I used a few decks against your evil heroes. Yes, that sounds vaguely familiar, but don't really remember too much about it. That Exodius situation was funny. Yeah, it was. Regarding my deck questions, they don't have to specifically be mine, except in the case of ones that I designed and made myself, like Yugi, Ritual Turbo, Evil Yubel Hero, and Sky Scourge Kariba. So, question 1. Thoughts on my Hands of Danger deck? Don't know if you remember it, but it was an excuse to play Dangers and the Hand Monsters in a deck together. I do remember you doing this. I don't really remember what the purpose of how the synergy worked there, but the concept is quite interesting and I did like it from what I remember of it. Question 2. Thoughts on a deck based on Majestic Star Dragon? Well, considering with the newer support in the Majestics, it would be a lot easier to summon now, so I'd be very interested to see what a Majestic Star deck would look like right now. I'm also unsure if there's actually I don't know if there's like any newer support that will prevent it from going back into the extra deck, which would mean that you could use it to negate an effect on your opponent's turn. But I'd be interested to see that. Question 3. Thoughts on Legendary Knights? I like the concept of the Legendary Knights, that they can reset and copy effects from the graveyard, which is pretty useful. Naturally, my only issue against it is that it takes a lot of setup to get it going. But once it's pretty much set up, it looks pretty solid as a strategy. Question 4. Thoughts on Gaia Knights? Gaia Knights is interesting. I do find it intriguing that Konami seems to want to print a new Gaia Knight every time we go into a new series of a summon mechanic. Questioning when Rush Duel is going to get to Gaia the Fierce Knight. I mean, I think they've got the original Gaia the Fierce Knight, but I'd like to see them do like a Rush version of it, which could be potentially cool. And naturally, because with the current series, we didn't actually get a new Gaia monster. We didn't get a new Gaia monster specific to a new mechanic, because after the Vrain's era, we didn't get a new mechanic, so they just decided to support the entire deck, which was quite interesting. I feel like you made your own Gaia Knight deck, but I don't think I've played it yet. If you have it, I would be happy to go against it sometime. 5. Thoughts on Aliens? Based on my experience of Aliens from the video games, they are extremely annoying to deal with. I didn't have fun going against either of the Alien duelists in the 2008 World Adventure thing, which was really annoying. And it was more annoying because that was in the area where you have to do tag duels, and I was tagged with Neospatian Dark Panther, and he's alright. He's not great. Question 6. Here's one you might remember. Thoughts on my Arcanites of Endymion deck? I played it at least once against you back in 2018. Yes, I do remember your Arcanites of Endymion. I mean, as you said, it was several years ago, but it was definitely an interesting deck. I would very much love to use Arcanite Magician in my Endymion deck, but there's just not really very many consistent tuner monsters. Currently at the moment, from what I can remember, there's just one consistent tuner that could make it work in tandem with Magician's Souls, and that's Performer Power Misdirector, because they essentially work off one another. Souls can send Misdirector to grave, and then Selene can bring it back, and then Misdirector's effect is target a level 1 monster in your graveyard, special summon it, then immediately synchro summon using itself and that monster, and Misdirect is a level 6, so that sets up for the Arcanite play. I did test it out a bit, it was kind of average. As per most of my texts, if I hit the Misdirector, it wasn't great, and naturally since Misdirector is also dependent on me having access to Magician's Souls, it was average. But I enjoyed it. 7. Thoughts on small spaceships, or to use the official name, Konami Arcade Games. I did not know that that was the official name of the archetype, but it works. So yeah, I've seen your version of it. Briefly, I think. Looks quite interesting. I don't really understand how it works, so I'd have to play against it to know if you still have the deck. 8. Thoughts on Gagas. Gagas as a deck was very interesting back in the day. I definitely played a version. I played a version of Gagas on the DS version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal World Duel Carnival, and let's be honest, there's no person that hasn't enjoyed going Gaga Cowboy for game against someone. So yeah, gotta have a special place for Gagas in here. 9. Thoughts on Light Rays. I do remember playing against your Light Rays, but other than the fact that they spam light attribute monsters, I really don't remember the gimmick of what Light Rays do, so no huge opinions. Then question 10, thoughts on Galaxy Photons. Yeah, Galaxy Photon is definitely an interesting deck. I'll be looking forward to seeing what kind of stuff it can come up with the new support that they're getting in Photon Hypernova. I also really like the new Chaos 62 Neo Prime Photon, which looks really interesting. I'll be interested to see what goes on with that when it comes out. But yeah, definitely it's an interesting deck, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it's going to be doing in the future. And then a couple extra comments you made. I would have put these ones in, but I know you're not familiar with them. A hero deck based on Elemental Hero Mariner. I do rate Elemental Hero Mariner from the anime. He does have a pretty sick effect, but naturally that's balanced out by his terrible stats. But still, cool monster nonetheless. Anime Dragon, which is simply a dragon deck based on dragons in the anime. I'd be very interested to see what that would be like. And Gemini Hero. I mean, isn't like the only hero monster Neo Salius? Would it really do that much? No? But anyway, that's all the questions I've got today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you DarkMagician84 for posting your questions. Always amusing. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.